One of the recently released Xiaomi monitors has been causing quite a stir on the internet lately, with some even calling it the next king of 1080p gaming monitors. But is it really? We'll find out today. Links are in the description, so let's dive into the review. When it comes to monitors for personal use, this one's design is one of my favorites. It's a very straightforward, basic, yet functional style that just works and doesn't need anything extra to stand out. It reminds me a lot of some of Lenovo's monitors like this one. It's very slim, with no frills, a flat back, and a matte black finish. The placement of the buttons might be a bit polarizing, but I personally like it. What I'm not a big fan of is the large Xiaomi 24 logo and the stand. At least the base is flat, so you can place items on it, but the design takes up a significant amount of desk space. On top of that, it only offers tilt adjustment, so you might want to consider adding an adjustable stand to your cart as well. Now, when it comes to the actual image quality of this monitor, the best way to sum it up is that it keeps with the no-frills trend. It doesn't have anything that truly stands out, but it keeps on the average level that will satisfy the majority. It has a decent IPS panel, which, while it's not the most expensive panel with the best performance, is quite good for the price. They do mention factory post-calibration, but it did have some inaccuracies in the color tones. Nothing major, but if you need the most accurate colors possible, you may want something higher end. The colors are vibrant, but not that much compared to the MSI 256F, for example. The blacks are deep enough, but not that much in a dark room because of the IPS glow, which is something to be expected of an IPS monitor. Brightness on this monitor also stays on a mediocre level, though leaning toward the lower end of the standard. It's not good if you use it in a bright room. Even set at 100% brightness, glare is still there hindering the gaming experience. Sure, under controlled lighting it performed well enough, but I definitely don't recommend it if you mainly use the monitor in a bright room. Speaking of gaming, it does have some good features catering to that specific audience. It offers 180 Hz, which seems to be the standard for low-end monitors these days, and 1 millisecond GTG. The 180 Hz performed great, making everything feel smooth during fast-paced games. And while the response time isn't the best out there, it did surprise us with the lack of a significant amount of motion blur. It also supports FreeSync, so screen tearing won't get in the way of a fluid experience. Last but not least, while it does support HDR, it's no surprise that it's quite underwhelming, to put it mildly. This monitor simply doesn't have enough brightness to make whites pop, and given how it performed in SDR, this was to be expected. Having said all that, it's time for the biggest question. Is it really the best 1080p monitor right now? To answer that, we'll have to compare it to some of the other options in this price range. First, one of my favorites, the MSI G24I. While they're pretty similar, this monitor is a bit worse in terms of image quality, with its colors being slightly duller and the brightness a bit lower. However, the G24 does have a slight edge in gaming because of its good motion blur handling, which is better than most monitors in this price range. So, for competitive gaming only, go with the G24i. Otherwise, pick the G244FE2. The 256F is another great alternative. Its colors are way more vibrant and, in my opinion, better than even the G244FE2. But the brightness is about the same as the G24i. Gaming performance is still slightly worse, but this would definitely be my pick if I had to choose, and they were all at the same price. The thing is, the Xiaomi G24i is slightly more expensive than both of the monitors I mentioned, so unless it's about $10 to $20 cheaper, I can't recommend it. But keep an eye on it, because Xiaomi tends to get aggressive during promos, and you might have a chance to grab it for under $100 or even $90. Links are in the description. Click here if you need another good 1080p option, and here for the best budget monitor you can get right now. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.